Hey, Anxiety Riot's second vlog entry. It's an official vlog entry, not like the last one. And today I'm going to talk about high school, embarrassment, and what got me through it. So in my 1.5 entry, I touched on high school a little bit, talked about how I was an asshole, and I'm still an asshole, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better at not being a complete dick. I have some things written down on my phone that I want to talk about, and hopefully it'll be good for me to get this all off my chest and feel good about it for once. I do have some certain names. I'm just using first names, not last names or anything. That's maybe you. I don't know. I don't really. I don't really care how I feel because I'm gonna talk about how I feel and why I did these things and what had happened. Okay, so the first one I have written down is called Megan and the Dance. When I was a freshman in high school, didn't have a girlfriend. I was single. And we had one of those high school dances, like a Sadie Hawkins dance, where the girls asked the guys. And I was pretty sure that no one was going to ask me because I'm pretty sure I pissed everybody off who would have asked me. But this girl, Megan, hopefully she remembers this. It'd be weird if she didn't remember this. She asked me to dance, and I actually wasn't planning on going because why would I? I was a cool kid, too cool for dances. And I was going out of town. I was going into the city with my mom, and so I had plans already. So I said no. And Megan is this amazing person. Like when I think about her now, I think about like Best Buy in high school. But she was an amazing person. And that night, I came back from the city early enough, and I actually showed up at the dance. And what was cool, I got in for free because it was like the end of the dance. But she saw me there, and I don't think I ever really apologized in a great way. But I'm sorry, Megan. Hopefully you know who I'm talking about. Because that'd be really weird if you didn't. But I was really embarrassed to go to the dance with anybody. It wasn't just you; it was just with anybody. But I do remember that I didn't want to go, but I kept getting like texts and stuff like, "Oh, just come," blah blah. So like it wasn't you; it was me. Okay. So let's move on to the next embarrassing thing I regret. Here I have written down gym class, all of it. Yeah, that should be pretty self-explanatory. In gym class, we had to run the mile or we had to do the pacer test, which both of them are a piece of shit if you're a fat kid. Honestly, don't do it. If you're overweight, just don't even do it. Just don't. Trust me. But during those times, especially in gym class, I knew a lot of kids. One of my buddies, Terrence, who was an amazing athlete, he was in a lot of my gym classes, which always sucked because the kid could run so fucking fast that it was like mind blowing. And I'd always be like, "Wow, Terrence is amazing. He can actually run. That's crazy without twisting an ankle." And I remember being almost jealous and like angry about how much attention he got for that, but that's who he is. He's an athlete. I'm not an athlete, but I mean he's still one of my great friends today, and hopefully he knows who I'm talking about. But a lot of the kids in high school, a lot of the jock kids, I guess you could say, they had like a ownership of the gymnasium, and I was almost always embarrassed to go and like change in the locker room because I'm a bigger guy, and I wasn't always okay with it, and it was rough, being that like bigger guy who sweat all the time, and was like just couldn't run that well, and I don't know. I smoked cigarettes throughout high school, and I still do, and like so that didn't really help that much because smoking and running are just two things that don't collide very well as I cough up a lung. So every gym class was just super embarrassing for me. But like now, I look at it as like a learning experience, being like, hey, not everyone is the same kind of person. Not everyone's an athlete, but not everyone's an artist. Not everyone's a writer. Not everyone's a scientist. And I feel like throughout high school, we were all treated that way. That we were all going to be athletes. Um, you know, but we aren't, and that's okay. It's okay to not be an athlete, and it's okay to be embarrassed, and it's a natural human response to any situation where you don't fit in. But don't try to fit in. Let's see. The next one I got written down is called "That Party at Kayla's House." Um, I think I was a junior at the time, and my friends and our acquaintances and other friends were having a party at this girl Kayla's house, and I thought I was being really cool by wearing this awesome jacket, which I don't have, but I would show it to you if I still had it. But it was one of those cool like scene kid ones with the fur on the hood, and it was like too tight for me. I wore that the entire party, and I was like, dude, I have to look so cool, but like I really looked fucking retarded, or not retarded, I don't know, dumb, I don't know. And I remember I was sweating terribly, but I was like, I can't take off this jacket because I got these huge sweat stains in my arms. Like what? Like how? What am I doing? So I actually like lied to my girlfriend and was like, oh my god, can you pick me up because someone poured water on me? But it's actually just sweating that fucking much. And it sucked. It was so embarrassing. Everyone kept asking, are you okay? And I was like, dude, holy, I'm not going to pass out right now. But I felt like I was going to pass out right now. But whatever. That's okay. Next thing I'm going to talk about. Tight pants. Still wear them today. That's pretty... Just tight pants. You get a lot of gay jokes and everything. That's fine. I am bisexual, so I don't really care about the gay jokes. And they're a lot more comfortable than you think. Okay, honestly, if they're like made for men, let me tell you that they're made for men. Just keep that in mind. And one of the last things I want to talk about is what got me through high school and what helped me make a lot of friends. Actually, outside of the realm of high school, I was in a death metal band, and I played guitar, which I played this one right here. Yeah. We're a local band, and we were getting pretty popular throughout high school. We played, Congress Theater. We played in Milwaukee at the Rave. We played a bunch of different places, all over Illinois and like some of Wisconsin. And that was the best time of my life, was making music with my best friends. Lewis, Sean, Peter, Dave, me, and some of my close friends like Jack and Chad. They all supported me in making music, and they were part of the band, and it was great. It was a great feeling to be on stage and have someone like applaud your presence. You know what I'm saying? So it was an amazing feeling to feel wanted somewhere. When someone knew your band name, or like, hey, were you in that band? Or are you in that band? Blah blah. It's an amazing feeling to be like, yeah, thanks for like recognizing me. It's crazy, like that you actually know who I am and know my music. So the band broke up in high school, but I mean, it was an amazing time. I wish I could do it over again, but it happens, I don't know. I guess Sean, who played drums, wanted to do something different, and he did. That was awesome. He's in a new band now called Jesse RS out of Colorado. They're on tour, coming to Chicago pretty soon. I'm very excited. And those friends got me through all of high school. If it wasn't for them, I'm not sure. Well, I think I would have dropped out a lot earlier. For example, my friend Sean, he's my best friend. I've known him since like 5th grade, so that's like 10, 11, 12 years now. And he's still one of the most influential people in my life. But he was my first friend that I like just talked to all the time. You know, like it was my best friend. I mean, before him, I had this friend named Brent, and we had kind of a falling out. And I do regret that. I mean, he's an amazing guy. You know, that's awesome for him. And but I miss being friends with him, definitely. But my friend Sean got me through so much stuff because he was the kind of person to like understand that I was going through something, but never say like, "Well, why?" You know, he would just listen, and be like, "Yeah, dude, I get it." And I aspire to be somebody like that. You know, to be somebody who's so comfortable in their own skin that like they understand someone else's story and they're just okay with it. You know, so for that, I'm forever grateful for him as a friend. Let me talk about my friends Peter, Chad, Dave, and Jack. This is gonna be really good. So those four men are a strange mix of people. They are experimenters, I guess. I think like only two of them are on Facebook, and the other two are like one studying botany and like plants all the time. Doesn't really talk to anybody anymore. But the other one, I don't know, moved to California soon. And the other one lives in Colorado and skis all the time, which I never thought would be a hobby of his because, you know, in Chicago there's no skiing. But those friends are amazing people too because I always came from like the poor, fucked up family, and all of them came from like a pretty stable home until like, you know, later in life when things started unfolding, and that's like too personal for YouTube. But they were an amazing group of friends because they were like Sean, not as like prominent in my life. I mean, they're very important in my life, but not as prominent in the way of I can call them up right now and be like, "Hey, this is going on. Like, what should I do? Like, can you listen for like half hour? You know?" And I love these kids. I'm gonna go into business with one of them. Hopefully, Chad, if he ever fucking hits me up, he's a really bad business partner. But those friends like helped me write music and become who I am today. And they never really were like, "Oh, you're a fucking dick, and I don't like you." A lot of them are like, "Yo, you're a fucking dick, and I love it. That's hilarious. Like, thanks for being this person." And I love it. You know, I love those guys, honestly. And the last friend I want to talk about is Lewis. Lewis came into my life when I was 14. I was a freshman in high school. And he moved from Indiana. Yeah. And the first thing Lewis said to me was, "Hey, do you like Panic at the Disco?" And of course I was like, "No, dude. Like, what are you talking about? Like, of course not." Like, but I was into like what I thought was like super brutal music. But he became the front man of our band. And Lewis comes from an amazing family. And he's an amazing person. Like, his brothers are amazing. He's amazing. But he is one of my best friends. I can call him right now and be like, "Hey, I need to talk." And he'll be like, "No problem." Like, he understands exactly what I'm going through, my anxieties, and like how hard it is because he's been through that as well. And when he was there, I tried my best to be there for him, you know, but I don't know. I couldn't be the level of friend that Lewis was. But that's okay because I'm trying to be a good friend now. And he lives in Texas now with his fucking friends in Texas. And I don't know what he does. He eats tacos and shit. I don't know. But overall, of the embarrassing stuff and my great friends and what got me through high school, it was my friends. And if I didn't have my friends, I wouldn't be here today, I don't think, honestly, because of the stupid shit we did together. You know, we weren't like the huge popular group, but we knew where to get drugs. So I guess we're pretty popular. But, so to everybody who I mentioned in this video, I just want to say thank you, or I'm sorry. Some people I want to apologize. I won't say last names again, but hopefully like word will spread through the internet. This kid named fuck, where do I even start? Everybody who played a sport in high school, sorry. I'm pretty sure I talked shit about you behind your back, and I'm sorry. Uh, Everybody who was smarter than me, sorry. Uh, I don't even know. There's so many people I should apologize. I apologize to the community of Cary Grove High School. I apologize to a lot of the teachers. Mr. Miller, you're dead now, but I'm sorry that I threatened to rip your heart out and feed it to you. I didn't really mean it, but I had to go for a psych evaluation. Thanks. But yeah, so everybody, Mr. Kelly, everybody who was a teacher at Cary Grove High School, I'm sorry. Hopefully you can just let it go and not think like, oh hey, I have an example of a terrible student, Chica Bettinger. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a couple days. I'm gonna make another entry. The next one's going to be way more serious. It's gonna be called Medication and Me and Having Friends with Anxiety. So I'll see you guys in a couple days when I get more time to make another video. So in the meantime, comment, message, like, do whatever you want to do. Hit me up. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Line, whatever. YouTube, obviously. So yeah, I hope this video is helpful to some people. It's more helpful to me, but sorry again if I was a dick.